Let's talk about slope. When I'm given 2 points, the way to find the slope is your slope formula. So if you don't have that down yet, it's not going to be given to you on your formula sheet, so you will need to get it down. And that is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So they're going to give you 2 points, and you just need to label them x1 and y1, x2 and y2. And we've just got to plug into the proper spots here. So my slope is my second y minus my first one, so 13 minus 15. My second x minus my first one, so 2 minus a negative 8. Be careful there, minus a negative. A better way of saying that is plus a positive. So on the bottom, 2 plus 8 is 10. On the top, 13 minus 15, that is negative 2. Don't leave it like that. It should always be a reduced fraction, so we're going to say negative 1 over 5. So if you want to know how I reduce that, I said, hey, they're both divisible by 2. And that's where I got this answer down here. Negative 1 over 5. Another way of doing this, now that we have our calculators, there's actually some calculator tricks for this. If you want to put in your stat, edit, you can put in your L1 and your L2 and get out the slope this way as well. So you have one coordinate, L1, L2, and it's going to be split up between the two. So the negative 8 goes with 15, and the 2 goes with 13. So that's what I'm going to put in. I have enough to make the entire line here. And then 15 and 13. So if you're going to use this method, you have to at least have 2 points. More is even better. So now I'm going to hit my stat button again after that's entered. Go over to calc. And then go ahead and do my linreg. And the good thing about linreg is it's going to give it to me in slope-intercept form, which means I always know what my slope is in slope-intercept form. It's that a for this, we normally call it ilm, but it's negative 0.2. Now slope's not normally given as a decimal, so if you're going to use this trick, it is a nice one, but it does have an extra step here where you have to hit math to fraction because you do want your slope as a fraction. Let's move on to other types of slope. Well, this one's pretty easy. We were just talking about this one. We were talking about y equals mx plus b, and how we always know our slope is the thing in front of the x. So if I ask for the slope of this line, you tell me 6/5. If it's not in slope-intercept form, make sure you move it to slope-intercept form. This one is in slope-intercept form, so it says y equals mx plus b, but this doesn't ask for the slope of this line. It asks for the slope of the line parallel. Well, here's the trick. Parallel lines have the same slope, so you actually can just pick out that slope again. So your slope is negative 5/2, and we usually move the negative up to the top. So instead of out in front, I just moved it up to the top there. So a line parallel to this line still has the same slope. It's not going to have the same b, but it's going to have the same slope. So our next one's going to be about perpendicular. So this is in slope-intercept form again. See, it says y equals mx plus b. And right now our slope is negative 1/2. But perpendicular means that these lines are going to hit each other at a right angle. That means they need to be going opposite directions. So if one's negative, the other one has to be positive. So we know this is going to be positive. And they need to be going completely different angles. So we're going to have to take this 1/2 and flip it around. So that's going to be 2 over 1. Or you can just say the slope is 2. Those are called opposite reciprocals. So different signs, and you flip it. Our next one, and our last one here, is one that's not in slope-intercept form. We're going to have to do some work for it. So if I want the slope of this one, I'm going to have to make it look like y equals mx plus b. Now, I think the easiest thing to do, my mx, well, it's right here. My mx is right here. My b is right here. My y is actually on the wrong side. We can switch that to the other side so that it will say y equals. You've got to take that coefficient with it for now. We'll do something with it later. So it was a negative 15y. When we switch the side, we switch the sign. So that is 15y equals, and go ahead and switch this around. It should say mx plus b, not b plus mx. So we're going to say negative 21x plus 45. So the 21 was negative, the 45 was positive. We mimicked that when we switched it around. Last step, go ahead and get rid of that 15 by dividing everything by the 15. Gone. So y equals, there's a better way of saying negative 21 over 15, and that is they're both divisible by 3. So we've got negative 7 over 5x plus 45 divided by 15 is 3. This part didn't matter for us. Right now we wanted the slope. So you just need to pick out what's in front of your x. So your slope would be -7/5. Make sure you reduce that. It's not right unless it's reduced.